Hey y'all, I'm back. Shira Star Goddess. Yes, I'm wearing a wig. This is my Joey and the Scammer wig. And so, um, I was talking to, detailer yesterday, live. She's calling me now. She wants to talk about some spirits I left at her house. So let's see what she got to say. Hello, we're recording. How are you?
Hi, Shira. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. I'm just recording and saying you wanted to talk about some spirits I left behind and some things that's been happening over there with your friend Garland, our friend Garland, that we visited his house and your house,
his mansion.
His mansion.
Okay, this is a vintage mansion, and it was built in the 1930s. Oh. And he's been here, practically a great portion of his life. And this mansion, which I'm privileged to come to whenever I want to, it already has some paranormal activity going on. But according to Mr. Scott, who's right here with me, I'm in the home right now as we speak. And we've done some video. We're going to send you this footage so that you can show what we have discussed in regards to you coming over here in July, which I was present as well, and the following has happened. Mr. Scott, what can you say real quick, because we're on she's taping us, so just give a little bit of your take on what's going on in your home.
Well, it's been extremely active lately, and it's growing increasingly since the past month.
It's been increasing.
A couple of nights ago, the lamp that was in my room flew across to the other side of my room at 3 a.m.
The lamp flew across your room at 3 a.m.?
Yes, at 3 a.m.
Wow. What did you do?
Well, at the time, I was hoping it was just, my cat might have knocked over the lamp was my thought. I didn't know exactly what the lamp was. My cat was so scared that she was actually sleeping on top of my pillow, and she never does that.
Well, I'm not laughing at that. I'm just, that's kind of freaky. I would have ran out.
I was a little bit creeped out then whenever that happened, and then the next morning I woke up, and then my lamp it looked like it was not just tossed, but thrown across the room. It even made an indentation into the wall, and you can see it on video where it landed.
Did you tell anyone else? What did they say about it?
Well, a lot of people here don't want to believe in that stuff, so they just think it's superstition. I'm like, no, that actually did happen.
Uh-oh.
And then I took, and on the video, I took Diana on the tour of the house in the back, and right when I was telling her how active everything was, whenever I took Dee back there, I told her how active it was, and right when I said how active it was, you could hear footsteps, not even 2 feet away.
Wow.
And no one else was there.
Really?
And we have that on video.
But your land is like Indian land, right? It's
yes.
Native American.
It's very sacred. There's at least one person buried in the backyard that we know of. That there could be more. Yes. And I told the story about the Indian chief that came to visit. That was Navajo, and he gave the name of the Indian chief that actually. It's all in the video.
Okay. Well, I'll try to hook it up and edit it and put it on here so that we can see that. But that's strange. Diana says it's me that brought all the activity, and then when I left, everything started going crazy. But we did a lot of stuff. Yeah, we created a lot of stuff that wasn't normally being done.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of stuff, and we printed out Ouija boards, and we used the Ghost app and contacted, spirits and things like that. So it probably just woke everything up.
Yes. And I actually saw Diana Dee's phone, fly across the room. Twice.
Yeah, her phone?
Yes, her phone.
Your phone is flying across the room now?
Her phone, no.
Her phone. You
today.
sure she didn't trip?
No, it did it right in front of me because it was sitting on the desk, and all of a sudden it just flew.
You know, how come they don't do that at my house? I mean, I can't get that much activity at my house. But y'all are in Austin, so it's probably increased because of the crystals.
Yeah, there's a different vibe for sure in Dee's house and mine. But yeah, that because you're saying that Austin's laying on the crystals and they could.
I'm blaming it on. She said it's me.
Do you believe? Tell her you will speak what you really believe.
Yes, I'll speak what I really believe.
Okay, what do you believe? What happened?
Well, that house has been more active, within this month. But
Since she left.
yeah, since you left. But I think you're right. We could have woke up something. That's what she's saying. When she was here, we could have woke up something.
Well, I mean, we were doing things that would wake the dead.
We didn't wake nothing up. And then why would it wake up after she did?
Because we were doing necromancy.
Because they're doing necromancy.
She woke it up.
I woke it up.
I guess that could be a possibility.
Well,
But I'm here now to phase it out.
Yes. We're going to clear it out and clean it.
And send it back to your house.
what? Yeah, send them back here. I need some more over here.
We'll send it your way. We can send it your way.
Your bag.
Send them back or make friends with them. I don't know. And choose.
Yes.
But it's like, you know what? You know the crazy thing? Like when I get real mad at people, like bad stuff happens to them, and I say, I didn't do it. It might be my spirit.
This is the whole house.
Yeah, something's definitely here.
Well, good thing I'm not mad at you guys because they would be mad at you too.
Yeah.
Just, like you said, do the sage and tell them thanks for visiting. Now you can go back.
We'll definitely do that. We brought the sage and the candle.
And no one's here.
And no one's here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go from one week.
Well, maybe they're trying to communicate. They're trying to
That's all of it.
They're trying to communicate. Y'all should just do the ghost app and see what they want.
We should start at the east wing and then make our way to the west wing.
Right. Have y'all tried to communicate and ask why they're throwing
A
stuff?
lot of house.
Yes, and then my app, that's another thing, my app it works, but it's not recording the actual sounds.
But it's still something about what's happening to the ship.
Yes, it talks about the eclipse.
Oh, it's talking about the eclipse.
And yeah, it mixed in Oregon. I have it on video too. But it just doesn't have it on. It should tell you the the words it says, and it's not doing that right now. It's like something went in the device to make it not work completely.
Oh.
But it said a lot of things, and it's all on video.
Did it
on the video?
Did it give you any clue as to who it was or what it was?
It mentioned the eclipse a lot.
Yeah.
And it said Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon, like the state?
It said something else too. It was a town or something. Yeah. And I said, while Canada was on.
Yes.
Something that he said.
Well, maybe I need to
I can
do.
play it.
Well, did it mean anything to you?
It meant to the conversation that they were having. It did go with the conversation. Yeah, that Tammy and her were having.
Well,
that was interesting.
Well, I don't think they're like. I don't know. I can't say. I don't think they're trying to hurt anybody. I just think they're just active.
No, I think that's exactly what I think. I just think they're more active. They have a message that they're trying to get across.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of them is my dad and my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were here to experience that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And yes, when you summoned my dad,
Really?
He didn't like me.
Well, it's not that he didn't like me, but he didn't like my dad. So through that, he didn't like me. It's like he hates me for different. It's not because I'm me, because I'm my dad's son.
Well, you know, like if you
Yes.
try to contact the dead, and other ones will come
But
too.
my dad and my granddad they're both in the spirit realm, and they did not like what transpired at that funeral, and that's what my dad was trying to get across.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, if you open the door, you know, and contact one person, the other ones come too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My uncle probably came through too, and that's who threw the lamp across the room.
Mm-hmm.
And that would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, you have to just tell them to go back.
We'll definitely do that.
But,
Yes,
you know,
and we're going to get the footage to you right away.
okay, because I'll just add it to this video. Did y'all want to talk about something else?
That's good for now. And then we'll contact you back once we get the video done.
I kind of feel bad because I don't know, like, you know, if I should have done something before I left, but, you know, we didn't.
Well, we didn't know at the time.
Yeah. I thought your house is already haunted, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But they weren't throwing stuff, so, you know.
No, they weren't throwing stuff.
Well, I'm sorry. At least you didn't get hurt.
That's true. But yeah, that makes complete sense now because I forgot. So I can show you. We should film that because it's right there. I haven't moved it.
Film the
The
lamp.
obituary's still there. Yeah, it's right above the lamp.
Okay,
Yes.
film the broken lamp and stuff and all that.
Well, we did. It's not broken. It just
Oh.
luckily it didn't break. It was just the top of the lamp like ran into the wall, and the indention. We showed the indention where the wall is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know, one time I was in my house. This was at my other house. It was an older house, and I was just at my computer, and a purse fell off of the shelf in my closet. Just bam. And it was sitting perfectly on a shelf, you know, against the wall. So it had to be pushed.
wow.
So I think, you know, that's happened to me before too, but not in the house that I'm in now. The house that I'm in now is like new. And you saw the video with me trying to move, you know, I mean, with the spirit board and the little telekinesis or telekinetic enhancer. And it was under the glass and it was moving around. So there's spiritual energies here, but they're not as active as they are over there or in that older house. You know what I'm saying? So it could be just because there's so many, you know, dead around you.
Yes.
And there's not a lot of dead
I think
people
that's
over
true
here.
too. And then my uncle just passed recently too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think this land has a lot of dead people under it where I live because I think it was like farmland for a long time. So I don't have a lot of activity here, and probably Dee, she probably has, like, you know, Austin is full of, you know, natives and stuff like that. So she might
That is true.
be near some burial grounds too. Or maybe a lot of people could have died in those apartments.
That's true too.
You never know. Or, you know, she lives by that lake too. A lot of deaths might have occurred on that lake.
There's a lot of history there.
Mm-hmm. And didn't it flood over there or have like a drought? Which one was it?
We had both.
Oh.
A couple of years ago, we had the Memorial Day flood.
Mm-hmm. What is Dee doing?
Oh, she's right here. You want to talk to her?
I wanted to get more of her story about the phone.
Oh, she wants to get more. Okay, hello?
So what happened to
Hello?
this? Hello? What happened to the phone?
Yeah. My phone?
And your house, you said fell.
Oh, yeah.
Or-
Well, this phone, she beat me. So I think somebody's trying to reach Garland. Oh, it's Sean. I'm trying to reach it. Hold on. Hold on 1 sec.
I'll hold on. I'll just talk to the
Here,
camera.
hold on 1 sec.
Okay. So they put me on hold. I don't know. I think the veil is thinning. They live around a lot of places where, you know, a lot of the death occurred. So that's probably why they're experiencing that activity. But they want to blame me. But we did, you know, contact, you know, the dead. We did do that. Practice necromancy. And so it probably just woke up a lot of things, you know. So, you know, you got to send them back. Thank them for coming. Send them back. Sage, cleanse, and all that good stuff. They really don't do that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I just, you know, I think it's funny because every day they call me with a new story of something that happens to them. And it's just funny. But hopefully they got some good footage and I can put it up on here and you guys can see it. And as the veil thins, there's going to be more and more activity going on around here.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm sorry about that. He had a call that he had to take. Okay.
You scared me. I jumped when you said hello.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so what happened was I was sitting at my desk, and Garland had just came to pick me up, and I was sitting there and doing something on my computer, and out of nowhere, both my hands on the computer, the phone just jumped off the desk. And then, okay, I said, look, I don't know what she left here, blah, 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 blah. And so Garland reached over and put it back on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like freaked out. Not really freaked out, but freaked out because I told you yesterday that things started happening. My finger got cut real bad on the crystal glass, and then little things been happening, and I'm like, okay, my house, this activity has never happened before, so why is it happening now? So I told you I believe something followed you. That's all, or it's that dirt from the grave cemetery dirt, that graveyard dirt. It's got to be grave dirt. Got to be.
But you didn't bring it in your house.
Honey, you don't have to bring it in your house for it to know that you had a hand in getting the dirt from the grave. Okay, hello. I mean, where were you at my house? Okay, so did you bring it in the house?
No, it's still in my car.
Well, you got out the car.
No, it was in that napkin, and it's still in my car.
Followed us into the house. No, but the spirit connected to it didn't just sit in the car, sweetie.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, I mean, I'm just saying, I haven't gotten in touch with it yet, and I'm not trying to. I'm just going to sage it.
Well,
up out of my house.
Do you think it was that spirit from that grave, or just a random spirit from any grave?
I don't know. I just know it's something that came with you.
With me.
And Garland said that, yep, I'm over here right now in their photography room, the black room. I'm in the dark room right now. They have a printer in there. And that printer, you would not believe what printed out yesterday by itself, dear.
What?
I don't even see it right now, but he must have took it out of here. That Ouija board thing that you want to print. And see,
how did it print?
The original lady that used to live in this house, that owned this house and had this house built, this mansion built, didn't like, the occult and stuff like that, okay? So, I don't know. I'm just thinking that kind of stuff, she not feeling that. Or something, because things carrying on. I'm outside now.
It printed out by itself. Maybe.
I don't know what it is, but I know here at the mansion, I'm witnessing some things happen while I'm here. I'm outside now. I'm outside now, but yeah, it's something spooky going on, sweetie. Something is going on, and that Ghost Hunter app. Start talking about this eclipse that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, now this is not a coincidence. So something's here. I got all excited. I want to contact you immediately because it's talking about the eclipse, girl.
Mm-hmm. I haven't
It's
done.
talking about the eclipse.
I need to do it on mine after I finish here, but yeah, that's kind of cool. I would be excited. I'd be trying to record it.
I'm freaking out, like, you know.
Well, you shouldn't be scared. I don't think you should be scared. I think you should be like, make friends.
No, I'm not scared. I never said I was scared. I'm just freaking out. Like, I'm used to this. I've seen things. But
Well, maybe
I've
they like.
never actually seen something so, like, in your face. It's like this eclipse or something is going on where the energy, I think it says in the Bible that, man and living and dead are going to merge. So I think that's what's happening. The portal is opening, and those that have died or deceased or passed away, it's easy to cross back and forth. Like, it ain't no more, I gotta, be
Yeah,
quiet
that's why you need to make.
It's heightened. We're gonna start actually seeing our relatives watch.
That's why you need to make friends with them.
I just saw Garland. I'm outside, and Garland's inside. When he came outside, how did he get back inside? How did you get back in the house, dear? How did you get back up in the house? Oh, my God, I saw you walk out the door. I'm seeing things.
Well, make friends. I make friends with the spirits.
Okay. Are they staying or?
I gotta plug in my charger.
Somebody in there with it?
There it goes.
I know, but who's in it? Okay. Where is it?
So,
You showing back there?
anyways,
Okay. Anyway, sorry about that.
so
Okay, I forgot I was on the phone.
since they're not leaving,
So, no. Come here. So, he's back. So we were just saying about how, things have been happening here since I've been here, and that doesn't happen here, and we think that it has something to do with
hold on one second.
your visit, or is it still time? I looked back there, I didn't see the Ouija board thing.
Okay, I'm back.
It's out of here.
So, why don't you just make friends with the spirits?
Why don't I get in touch with the spirit?
Yeah, make friends. Maybe they want to work with you.
Well, he's just going this, hold on, what? That's an Ouija board.
Hmm?
It's a Ouija board.
What about it?
No, I don't even want to see it.
What?
That Ouija board. Oh, we'll say that again?
It's printed out on its own. Because it was the same one that we printed out while you were here.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it made an extra copy by itself. And there's the extra copy.
See, they're trying to communicate. They want you to
It's printed out by itself.
It wants you to communicate with them.
Well, you can do that.
Well, think about it. Think about it. Think about all the signs that you've gotten. It wants to communicate. It knocked your phone down. A phone is a communication device.
Oh, wait a minute. She's saying it wants to communicate because you knocked my phone down. It's a communication device. Well,
it printed out a Ouija board, which is a way to communicate with
the Ouija
spirits.
board printing out by itself.
And then,
My computer. Okay, yeah.
and like,
Something wants communication.
and it wants to give you information because you said you cut yourself on crystal.
Yes.
Crystal holds information, and so does blood. And also they like blood.
On crystal, so it's got something that's trying to tell me, trying to give me information. Crystal.
And then the lamp.
And so does blood.
And then the lamp represents knowledge and information
The
as
lamp
well.
represents knowledge.
Yeah, and also light
Trying to
represents.
tell me something.
Yeah, light represents information. So that's why I'm telling y'all need to communicate and see what it wants to tell you.
Okay, so that'll be another video, but right now we need to show you what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just need to show you the video.
That's why I think I'd make a good ghost hunter because they get active.
Well,
You said
Yeah, I can't talk right now. Let him talk to you.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay.
And I'm like, I've never seen it act like this.
What's happening?
Well, like tonight, we heard footsteps on the patio. As soon as I told her how active it was, and it's on the video, as soon as I told her how active it was, we heard the sound, and it's on the video. And and it was like 2 or 3 feet away.
Wow. That's weird to hear footsteps and no one's there.
And there is, I'm looking, I need to look at this closer, but I might have actually picked something up on the video too.
Do you have?
It's a light that's behind me, but whenever I move, it moves with me, but then it goes back before I sit back down. Because at first we thought maybe it's a light from the camera, but the camera's staying still. This light's moving on its own.
Well, is there a way you can upload it to like a software and kind of make it look like?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
I'm trying to enhance it.
Make it like look like infrared or something like that.
I could do that. Make it infrared. Yeah. I'll do one without the infrared, and I'll do it with the infrared.
Mm-hmm. That's how you can kind of tell if it's something.
Yeah, she said with infrared, you can kind of tell if it's something. Because it's definitely present. Yeah. Let us call you let us call you back. Get the video to you.
Okay, y'all can send me the video.
Okay, we're going to do it in about 15 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Be safe. Well, you know, the funny thing is, so many people try to make contact with spirits and have no luck, and they have all the luck in the world, and, you know, I think they should embrace it, you know. I think they should embrace that, and instead of being afraid, or I don't think they're afraid, maybe they should just embrace it and try to communicate and work with it, like I do. I feel like it is the dead. I think it is, you know, the deceased, because the veil is starting to thin. You know, and we did do contact with someone that was deceased. And once you contact someone that's deceased, you know, all the other spirits can kind of sense that there was someone there that had the ability to communicate or to draw in you know, the spirits, so they come flocking, you know, and that was the last place that I was, so they're staying around to see, I guess, if I come back. I don't know, but they want to communicate because I was there, you know, doing this contact, and Garland, the guy on the phone, we contacted his father that had recently passed, and he was getting all this information that was like so true it couldn't be denied. So since, you know, that contact was made, other spirits probably started coming out of the woodwork to come see what was up, you know, and they want to communicate. So since I'm not there, I can't, you know, do anything. But since I'm here, you know, they're not from here, so they're gonna stay at the last place that somebody was who could pick up on their energy and communicate with them. That's why a lot of people who are very superstitious, they say, oh, don't bring that in this house, it's gonna attract this and this and that. It's not, you know, the items per se that attract them. It's almost like the energy of the person who is able to use these items to communicate with them, you know. So, and if their energy is on the item, then yeah, that's when that could be true. So if I left my cards or one of my divination tools somewhere and it has my energy on it, then possibly, yes, it could attract. But a regular object just by itself that doesn't have energy on it from like a person, I don't think that's as, you know, effective. So I feel like if we just understand that sometimes it's not dangerous, it's not scary, it's just people that have crossed over to the other side that want to communicate. A lot of people fear that, and one day they're going to be that. So I don't really get afraid of stuff like that. Like everywhere you look, there's a reminder of your mortality. You know, skulls are a reminder of our mortality. Everyone has a skull, and everyone is going to die and decay, or if you're being cremated, you'll be cremated. But we're all gonna have to face that reality and cross over. So it's not very, it's not very wise to fear something that's gonna happen to you anyway. I say, communication with the deceased, necromancy, it's good because, one day we're going to be over there again, because that's, we're going to be over there again, and a lot of our questions and a lot of the mystery behind things, won't be so scary. There'll be less fear, it'll be more understanding and more peaceful. So that's why I can do what I do. I always say this in my videos, y'all probably sick of hearing it. Like, I worked with the deceased, and so I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace with my mortality and death and all that good stuff. So it doesn't bother me, but it bothers a lot of other people, because the one thing that's guaranteed is death, and they still don't want to talk about it. It's like the one thing that's guaranteed that it's going to happen to you is death. But people avoid it so much. They don't like to talk about it. They don't like to hear about it. They're scared of it. And it's like, well, if I knew that I was going to do something, I would A, be prepared, B, learn about it, C, embrace it, and D, try to get a head start on, what's over there. Best way to get a head start and figuring out what's over there is to talk with someone who been there, right? So I feel like Ouija boards, tarot cards, pendulums, ghost apps, any type of tool or device that you can use for necromancy, contacting the dead and things like that, it's not bad, unless you're afraid and, attracting bad energies to you. You didn't do a proper cleansing or a proper protection first. Then of course you're going to be afraid because you don't know what you're doing. But when I left their house, they told me their house was already haunted. And so I figured they didn't really care because it's already haunted, because they were telling me my house is haunted. But I didn't know that it was going to be throwing lamps. I would have said, let's do a cleansing, let's do a, let's close the portal, let's say goodbye. But, it was late. You get caught up, and the house was already haunted. So we didn't really think about it. We didn't really think that it was going to escalate to like a lot of activity. And at Dee's house, we didn't think about that either, because she has angel statues everywhere. So anyway, I'm just going to wait for them to send me the video. I'll add it to this video, and y'all can kind of check out whatever footsteps they heard and things like that. But as the veil thins, we're going to get a lot more activity, and the veil thins and we get lots of communication, lots of dreams from like past loved ones and things like that. So if you're experiencing those type of things, this thing just started moving as I started talking about it. I had this on my desk and it just spun while I was sitting here, just out of the blue. It's sad that I couldn't get it on camera, but it just moved when I was started talking about a lot more activity in the veil thinning. So that's weird. That's kind of why I bought this, because I knew this is going to be a good tool for spiritual contact. And if you guys don't know, a lot of people don't know a lot about necromancy. It's a fancy word for working with the dead, communicating with the dead, doing spell work with the dead, or things like that having to do with death and things like that. There's serious necromancy that goes, way, out there, and then there's simple necromancy that most people dabble with, So either way, you're going to get, some activity, especially as the veil thins. Setting up ancestor altars, you know, visiting cemeteries, things like that can also increase spiritual activity as well. But I don't know if I'm just so used to it that doesn't bother me anymore, or because okay, I was sitting over there at my makeup table at my vanity, and something made a noise over there. And I don't have any animals up here. Um, there's no trees around my house because it's a new construction. So it couldn't have been a squirrel. And it was just right there. There's nothing on the other side of that wall but a closet. So I don't know what it was. I basically just like, oh well, you know. So it doesn't scare me like that. It was like a knock. It was like, you know. And I remember at my other house I heard that on my window. It knocked as well. So I was like, okay, that was, you know, at night as well. And it was night when that happened. So I don't know. It doesn't scare me because I'm just so used to it. I live in it. I breathe it. It's like, what are you going to do to me? Snatch my wig off? You know? Like, you can't do anything, you know. You can help me. You could communicate with me. You know, you could play jokes and make noises. But, you know, that's pretty much it. I don't feel in danger. I don't feel anything like that. But I guess when people aren't used to it, they feel some kind of way about it. But like I said, this is like since I was a child. So it was not a big deal to me. My kids are even used to it. They're like, oh well. That's just some activity. Don't worry about it. Oh my God, this thing started spinning again. Okay. So I've always wanted to do ghost hunting. And I think by being who I am, it would be very easy to capture things on film and things like that. So maybe that'll be my new hobby. I don't know. I don't have anybody to go ghost hunting with around my area. Everybody's scary. I don't know. I have to wait for Sasha to grow up. Sasha will be my partner in crime. Because she's not scared like most kids or adults. So I have to wait for her. Maybe we'll be mother and daughter ghost hunting team. We'll have our special on TV one day. They have ghost brothers. Maybe they'll have ghost sisters. Anyway, I guess I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to get on and say hi. And Dee wanted to call me and tell me about all the stuff that's happening. And Garland wanted to also tell what happened after I left. And I feel like, you know, the veil is thinning. We opened up spiritual contact. That's just what happens. We did collect graveyard dirt. We did print out a Ouija board on like a paper with a Ouija board on it. And we did make spiritual contact. So that probably just woke up a lot of stuff in their house and in their apartments and all that kind of good stuff. So, you know, it is what it is, and you just gotta sage it out and thank it and tell it goodbye, or if it won't leave, work with it. You know, that's one thing I tell people. If you can't get rid of a spirit, or if you can't get rid of something, start working with it. Maybe it wants to work with you. You know, make friends with it. Give it offerings. Light a candle for it. Give it some energy. Try to communicate with it. You know, I feel like that's the best option when you can't get rid of something. If it just won't go away, it wants to stay with you. And you know, maybe it likes you. So I always talk about like when people have spirits that follow them and are around them and that they work with, you got to be careful because they will attach themselves to other people if, you know, as well that you're around. Like if you're upset at someone and those spirits sense that you're upset with them, they could, take action, you know, um, things like that. So you got to be careful if you work with the spirits or the dead and or ancestors and you get mad at people. You got to be very careful because you might not even want anything to happen to them, but if those spirits are like, oh no you didn't, and take action by themselves, because they have free will, they got free will. It's not like they don't, because they do. So gotta be careful. All right, I'll see you later.
That's why you had me come here. I'm Dee Taylor, of course, for those that or don't see me. I'm holding the camera right now, but can you tell me why you had me come?
Yes, because...
Can you close the door, please?
Yes. So,
Close the door, please. Thank you. Okay, so can you tell me why you summoned me and brought me here? Because I'm spending a night here in this in your home. This is a vintage mansion. Can you explain to me like a little bit about the vintage mansion?
yes, this part of the house was built in the late 30s. I would say around 38 or 1939.
Uh-oh. The ghost app just said something.
Yes, it did, but it's not recording it for some reason. It should be putting it here, but...
It'll probably show up, but let's continue.
Yes, so this part of the house is built in the late 30s. I would say about 1938 or 1939.
And what is this? Which wing of the house is this?
This would be the east wing.
This is the east wing, and this is where I'm sleeping tonight.
Yes.
Is there any activity that you know of in this particular
Yes.
room? Okay, we'll talk about that shortly, but go ahead.
The main owner of the house lives in this room.
Okay. And so I'm here because
What happened a couple nights ago, I was sleeping.
in this room or another room?
No, in my room. But
Okay.
I can show you in this room. I was sleep because it's kind of like my room. I was sleeping in my bed, and the lamp, around 3 o'clock in the morning, the lamp flew from that location right there. Think if that's where my lamp was. It ended up over here,
Over where?
like on this side of the wall.
Really?
Yes. And there was no way a cat could have done that in the middle of the night.
Okay, now, you believe this activity has always been taking place? Have you experienced things, paranormal?
Not at that level.
Not at that level. Give me an example of some of the experiences that you had been having.
Like you'd hear things in the middle of the night, you'd hear voices, you might hear like a tap on the window, or you might hear, like footsteps down the hall, things like that.
Okay, now tell me about the incident when the chair slid all the way across the living room. The ghost app just said something.
Physical.
There's a physical presence here. Okay, go ahead.
Somewhere.
It's here somewhere. Did you guys hear that? Is there a physical presence here?
It's reading it over there.
Sprayed.
What did it say?
Sprayed?
Well, let's just continue.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, that was the ghost app. So you were telling me that a Shira star goddess came to visit you with her children. And I was here, but tell me about why you think things have increased or got more intense since her visit here.
Well, I can definitely see an increase of activity. Someone else was there to witness it with me, and everyone in the house was in the living room. And I was coming around where I record music. And
In your studio?
In the studio. And whenever I came out to the foyer, I saw this chair in the dining room just slid across the whole entire room. Everyone acknowledged it, even though, they tried to deny that it actually happened. But it happened, and it was very, it was letting you know that it was there.
Okay. It keeps talking. Okay, I thank you for sharing the story. So, listen, we're not going to continue with, a whole lot, to say. We're just going to get down to it. I'm here to sage, pray, and to communicate with these energies. Because I started a while back, and we came up with, what was he in the backyard? He was a
Native American.
Native American Indian. And he said something about what was the question I asked him? He said something about dirt.
Where are you buried? And he said soil.
Soil. That's right. Okay, so that story we need to really get that story out because we have proof and evidence that there's something going on. There's a lot of energy in this home. When I come here, I feel elevated, but I never feel drained. So there is an energy here that is not threatening, but it wants attention. I think the less attention you give it, the more it's going to cause things to happen for the attention. I think there's someone either in this home they don't want here or they want to bring attention to a particular situation or person that may be in your home. Last month. Where are we now? In the patio?
The patio.
Was that the
That's
greenhouse?
the greenhouse. And this part was built in the 70s.
This was built in the 70s?
But we restored the greenhouse a few years ago because the rape caved in.
Thank you.
There's been a lot of activity back here. We realized that this backyard behind our house it's still our property, but nothing was ever built on it. And there's a good reason for that.
But they can't see that. It's too dark back there.
No, but we'll take them during the day tomorrow. But back there, we had a Native American Navajo chief that came last year. And he said that there is a Native American chief that still was buried somewhere back there, and he could have more people buried. That's definitely an Indian burial ground, but it's very sacred back there. That's why it's never been built on. And it's been very active, like, lately.
Did you just hear that?
I heard that.
Okay, I'm ready to get out of here. No, Did you just hear
I
that?
heard that. And that proves what I just said. So this is the lamp.
Mm-hmm.
And it was found clear across over here on the floor the next morning. It moved from here to here. And if you look on this wall, you can see like a little marking right here and there where it landed on.
I do see it. Wow. Okay, so we're going to get to that. All right, that's it. We're good. How do you turn this?